And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our oddsmaker Keith Fustel. It's closing day here of our spring meet at Laurel Park. Lots to get to. We're off the turf. It's mandatory payout. We have a nice carryover in the Pick Six. We'll get to all that, but first let's talk about Saturday. And, the big story, of course, Kentucky Derby Day yesterday, final Preakness prep, and, had a little controversy in this year's Run for the Roses. Maximum Security, who was one of the post-time favorites, he ends up winning the race for trainer Jason Service and jockey Luis Saez. He gets taken down, thrown all the way out of the money, and the Hall of Famer Billy Mott gets put up with Country House. Your thoughts on what happened in the Derby?
We thought, looking a little deeper upstairs, Country House was a live long shot. We actually tossed him in on a pick four that we eventually did not hit. But, just tough. Well, what a performance by Maximum Security, though, when you say it. Went out, set a sizzling opening quarter, slowed it down a little bit. Was actually headed, turning into the stretch, and paddled back to win clear. I mean, a gutsy effort for a horse that broke its maiden, for 16 first time out. Would not have wanted to been the stewards to make that call.
Yeah, tough call.
It really wasn't the horse's fault, but he did, cause that jam up. So I think in the end, unfortunately, it was the call to make.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, I saw it a couple of times, and it's a tough call, but he did come out, and it's good thing nothing worse than that happened. Nobody clipped heels, nobody went down. Good thing that didn't happen.
No,
so,
I mean, that was a really tough situation for World Will in there.
Right, sure.
Really came close to going down. Yeah.
Sure. All right, so that was yesterday. Now all eyes of the racing world on Baltimore, Maryland. Historic Pimlico Racecourse, the host of the Middle Jewel of the Triple Crown, the Preakness Stakes, Preakness 144. You can get your tickets for this year's Preakness at Preakness.com, and our media team is hard at work. Dave Joseph and Phil Janak. They have people on the scene down there at Churchill. Also, Jillian Tulloch from the racing office is down there at Churchill, trying to talk to trainers and get all the best horses in the country to Preakness for Preakness weekend, along with the Preakness Stakes, a bunch of other stakes on Black-Eyed Susan Day and Preakness Day. So, there'll be an official press release, I'm sure, sometime today, probably a little bit later this afternoon, about Bill Mott's intentions, Jason Service's intentions with their horses from the Derby.
Absolutely, and for the first time in 5 or 6 years, looking at it from a line standpoint, boy, this isn't going to be an easy one to make. Because the official winner is not going to be the favorite. Country House, he could still be close to absolutely double digits when it's all said. And we have to see who is going to arrive at Pimlico and line up in that starting gate. So, Dave and everybody else, I'll be checking with Dave and Phil, and hopefully we'll, in the next couple of days, have a good idea who's coming.
All right, so that's 2 weeks from yesterday, the Preakness Stakes. We'll show you the Preakness board in a second. Let's get right to it today. We have a nice little carryover in our Rainbow Pick Six that starts in race 4 today. A little over 4,100 in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick Six. That starts in race 4. It's a mandatory payout day today here at Laurel Park, closing day of the spring meet. Mandatory payout on the Rainbow Pick Six, Late Pick 5, and Super High 5. All right, we told you about Preakness. Tickets on sale now. You can still get tickets for the Turfside Terrace. That's all you can drink, all you can eat, right on the inside of the turf course. Also get tickets for the Infield Fest. Go to Preakness.com for Preakness 144. Let's show you a picture of the main track. We're off the turf today. We had a lot of rain overnight. Wow, we have a sloppy track today. What's the weather? We're in the 50s or so. Okay, 61 and rain, sloppy track, very sloppy track.
Just an ugly day right now.
A little gray.
Yeah.
A little gray.
Let's just be truthful right now. Hopefully we can get a little break in this weather. I looking forward the next couple of days look okay, but we're going to have to deal with a sloppy main track today, off the turf, some scratches along the way, and it was hard on days like this. Sometimes they just line up. It's hard to find a real big price on today's card.
Just Monday and Tuesday, all sunny.
All sunny. There you go.
Rain
typical.
Today, Monday and Tuesday, sunny.
It's probably sunny in Louisville today too. When you look.
Baltimore. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how the weather is in Baltimore later on for opening day at Pimlico is this Thursday. Let's get right to it here.
Yeah,
race 1's going to kick off the popular early pick 5 mandatory payout on the early pick 5 industry low 12% takeout. I have a ticket, a very affordable $18 play. For my early pick 5, I go with the 1, 2, 3 here in the opener. The 1 and the 3 are your heavy favorites, but the 2 dedicated is 9-2 live. Jockey Sheldon Russell had a 3-win day yesterday, including one of those wins for his wife, Brittany Russell. So Russell having a big weekend. I go 1, 2, 3 in the opener. Race 2, I go with the 1, 3, 8. Race 3, I go with the 1, 4. And then my single comes in the 4th race off the turf, going a flat mile. The 2, Arkadag, was entered main track only by trainer Kieran McGee. He gets, he's a 4-year-old son of Union Rags. He gets Trevor McCarthy to ride. He's a 2-time winner in the off-going. He just galloped early March on a muddy track here at Laurel Park. So I'll key on the 2, Arkadag, in race 4. And then we have a heavy favored in race 5. The 9, City Party, is going to be 2-5, 1-5 in there. Well, we had a 1-9 shot or 1-5 shot. Get
Whatever
beat
you want got beat.
Beat. So I'll use Rumor Ridge as well, who has a win and a second on an off track. So I'll go 8-9 there in the 5th race.
That was Parade of Nations at a big price. And Corrales has made a habit of that, right? Upsetting the apple cart.
Second time he's done that.
Yeah, and that starter,
stepping up to a starter with a long shot winner.
I'm telling you.
Made the early pick 5 pay big yesterday.
Yep.
That horse. Corrales having a big meet. All right, so there's my early pick 5 ticket. Let's get to race 1. We're going a flat mile on a sloppy track, claiming 8,003 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. The 3, Hot Sriracha is going to be one of your heavy favorites here. First off the claim for trainer Rudy Sanchez Solomon, and you get Xavier Perez to ride. 2 seconds from 4 starts in the off going. This horse has a lot of early speed. He figures to be your pace setter. 4-year-old son of Flatter, going to try to steal it early on here with the X-Men. Any other speed? Well, I guess maybe the 1, Lucid Dream, might try to entertain him early on. What do you think about these 2 favorites maybe hooking up in an early speed duel?
Well, that's the key to avoid that. I think Lucid Dream has a rating gear, drops, faced better last time out. The tendency along the inside at this mile distance, it's always tough to kind of come out cleanly. Right. I think Hot Sriracha is going to get the jump on Lucid Dream early, and that might be a good thing. Let Lucid Dream draft up, maybe angle out and stalk and pounce and take it from there. Linda Rice on the drop. Was protected last time. No more protection today.
All right, so 3-1, 1-3 on top for us. I like the 2 here, dedicated my long shot play in this race. Sheldon Russell, 3-win day yesterday. Now this trainer, not only has he not won, he hasn't hit the board yet. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's trying to figure things out. Hopefully he does. He gets a good rider here on the 2 dedicated.
Yeah, this horse looking to wake up. I use Praise the Moon underneath, and even Jetto. Jetto, the 6 horse, sneaky late run last time out, believe it or not. You see steady deep stretch, was making some headway, and has handled an off track in the past. If you're looking for a little price to maybe enhance that try, that would be the one for me.
All right, okay, and I was wrong about the Sandoval barn. Actually, they had a second here of the spring meet at Laurel, so maybe they can turn their luck around with the 2 dedicated. We both used the 4, Praise the Moon. I didn't use the 6, Jetto. You get Jetto at a big price here with Brittany Scampton.
Yeah, that's the one I talked about. Late trouble. Was running a little bit and off track. I'm not concerned about that for this horse. Should enhance the chances of that one at a big price.
Okay, so we both like the 1 and the 3 here in the opener. Let's turn the page. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs off the turf, claiming 16,003 and up. Never won 2 lifetime, and we both like the 1. Let's start there. You have McPherson on top. We have a video spotlight to show you. Here's the race from April 19th. Now this race was on the turf.
On the turf,
still a decent effort. Shows that the horse is in good form.
Yeah, it shows the willingness of the horse. Encountered a little bit of trouble turning for home. You see the short comment there. Weighted upper stretch. You're going to find him right now. Just going to have to tap the brakes a little bit behind a wall of horses right there. Unfortunately, had this steady, kind of sharply. Was able to kind of maneuver and finish up well. Only beaten 3/4 of a length, closed a lot of ground through the final 1/8 of a mile. Did McPherson there. So here we go, coming, making a strong run from the back of the pack. I think this horse back to the main track. First time this horse has really run back-to-back races, Stan, in quite some time. Sprinting is good. I think you're going to have to have a target of Jack of Spades goes out. That's going to be the speed of the speed, it looks like to me, the 3 horse for Kenny Decker. But I think McPherson can keep that one in its sights and go on by.
All right, so I like the 1. I use that horse in my exacta. How about the 8 I use on top? Strive for a Cure for Dale Capuano. I think this 3-year-old's getting a dropping class today. Dale goes to the bug rider, Felix Pinero, so you get a nice light weight assignment of 113 here on the 8 Strive for a Cure. Didn't have the best trip or last out against 32,000 claimers. Maybe gets a better and is 0 for 2 in the off going, so doesn't have that going for him. But he does get a class relief today for a top barn.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Strive for a Cure, right? Coming in light with the bug. Dale got me with a dropper the other day. He may do it again with Strive for a Cure. I stay inside. I go 1-4 here. I think Smoking Odd Factor, second off the claim. You're going to see another one out of that same turf race as McPherson. Had a brutal early trip, but showed late life in that one, turning back in distance. I think this horse is going to be okay on the off track at 5.5. Yep.
Okay, and we both like the 3. Jack of Spades ran big on the slop late January at Tampa. Real big second that day against 8,002 Life, but showed that the Colt can handle the off going, and he'll get a good trip with Victor Carrasco
Just
aboard.
send him, see how far he can go, Stan.
Yep. All right, so let's turn the page here. Race 3 will start the rolling Super High 5. That has a low 15% takeout, the Super High 5 does. We have a little carryover to start in race 3. There it is, $1,006 for the Super High 5. It's a mandatory payout, so if we have a carryover in that in race 9, it all has to go, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Race 3, we're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. I go with the 1 Bash on top. Weston Hamilton rides this mare for trainer Robbie Bales. How about Robbie Bales? He wasn't afraid to jump in and claim that 6-year-old maiden coming off, almost a 2-year layoff. It jumps from the maiden 10 to maiden 25 and got the money.
Came
Won
off
easy,
a little
right?
slow and galloped, and he was going to be. We commented about that horse. That horse was going to be like 7-5 on the turf.
Right.
They run back on the dirt. Claim. You saw the short comment, little handy comment, beating 35 lengths, right? Right up the ladder. Wins drawing away. Got that 8-1 price. A little bit better.
Nice.
Yeah, for the gamblers. So,
nice.
Nice. It's the way they play the game sometimes. And I think it was same owner, trainer. Same owner, John Kenworthy.
All right, so this horse will be tough. A nice win back in late March. I was going a mile. He's cutting back in distance today. That's all right. He'll be dead fit. He has a second and a third from 3 starts on an off track, so I like that. He gets a nice drop today. He's dropping from 16,000 to Life Company.
Yeah, is this one truly a sprinter? I don't know. Probably a little bit better going longer, but against this group, 5.5 is going to work for a Bash. I just take a little. I think the 4 is going to be a little bit better price. Gatto Saint Honoré for Kieran. I think that's maybe a little bit more tactical speed, coming back turf to dirt and jamming. Kieran always tough on these double droppers here, but it looks like one of these 2 in the 3rd.
All right, we both like we like the same 4 here. Okay. The 5 Country Line Dancer, Kenny Decker back in town. This horse had a little freshening since his last race. Was running okay down there at Tampa. 0 for 2 in the off going. So we'll see how the 5 Country Line Dancer does. We both like the 7 Marjorie Muggs for a man, Sam Davis. Good second at this level last out.
Yeah, will she have that finish, though? I mean, I think if she gets tangled up past the 8th ball, I don't know if she's got that final kick with the likes of Bash or Gatto Saint Honoré, but definitely a user underneath, I think.
All right, let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, carryover today in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 4. The carryover is over 4,100. It's a mandatory payout today, a payout day. Today it's closing day of the spring meet. We'll be right back. All right, it's right around the corner. 2 weeks from yesterday, all eyes of the racing world on Pimlico, Preakness.com for all your tickets and information. It's mandatory payout day today at Laurel Park, closing day of the spring meet. Trainer Mike Trombetta, he's your leading trainer. Trevor McCarthy, he's your leading rider. Let's take a look at the carryover in today's Rainbow Pick 6. There it is, $4,148. Starts in race 4. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tullock, he'll have a ticket later on. We'll show you that when we get to race 4. You can also study it online now at laurelpark.com underneath the handicapping section. Also in race 4, we kick off the middle pick 4. We're going a flat mile off the turf, 1 mile main track, claiming 16,003 and up. Never won 3 life or straight 3-year-olds is the condition. And yeah, the 2 looks awfully tough. Kieran was reading the forecast, entered this 4-year-old son of Union Rags for main track only. He has 2 wins from 3 starts on and off track. He just galloped. He won by almost 6 for 12.5, 2 life, going 2 turns in the mud. Early March, Kenny Shine, who was 3rd in that race, comes back to win. Arkadag with a big 68 buyer with that win. Trevor McCarthy gets aboard today. He's going to be a short price favorite, and he looks awfully tough to beat.
You know, Arkadag likes the off track. Certainly, you've got McCarthy. It's shorter field. The speed of the speed is probably the 1A special intention. It's going to take plenty of play in here on the drop for Mark Reed, but really hasn't shown a whole lot of resistance around the turn when getting collared. Port Louis should entertain the pace. I think even Majestic Doctor. So I think that's going to set things up perfectly for Arkadag to go ahead. And yeah, Kieran, boy, he watches the weather. He pays attention. He knows where to spot him. Absolutely.
All right, so we're both on the 2. The 9 on the outside here, Makif for trainer Suzanne Statinius. This is a former exercise rider, assistant trainer for Ann Merriman, Holly Robinson. She rode in the Maryland Hunt Cup, I believe, so now she has a trainer's license. This is probably her first starter here at Laurel Park. Weston Hamilton is the jockey, and they claimed this horse back in December, freshened him up, couple works at Pimlico recently, and they get a good rider with Weston to ride.
Yeah, certainly. I think freshened up. This isn't, you see the step up was claimed for 5. The way all situations handle, the way it is today, this is kind of like a lateral move for O'Keefe. Certainly, this horse will drop in, be able to save ground, and has some finish, which you're going to need, a shorter field, but with some speed to target. I think this horse is a major player in here today.
And the 7 Majestic Doctor I use in the mix. A nice win last October at Delaware against Nickel 2 Life, going 2 turns, won by 10 that day with a 66 buyer. You get Brittany Scamped in the ride today, second off the layoff. Maybe Majestic Doctor can wake up a little bit here with the Bug Girl.
Yeah, that was an aggressive spot off time. You're thinking the horse maybe could have played the waiver game and gone in. And I thought this horse held quite well, all things considered, after trouble at the break. Went into a brisk pace and just faded through the stretch. But Majestic Doctor, not as quick, I don't think, at all as a special intention, but could force the issue of that one.
All right, so Arkadag looks awfully tough to beat there in race 4 to kick off the pick 6. Let's turn the page. Race 5 will start the late pick 5. No carryover. They hit it yesterday for about a buck shy of 1,600 in the late pick 5 yesterday. But we always have that industry low 12% takeout, mandatory payout on this late pick 5 today, closing day of the spring meet. I have a ticket. Let's check it out. $32 ticket. I'm going to single here in race 5. Nice allowance race. Filly Mares going 5.5 on the main track. The 9 City Party going to be a popular short price favorite. She's undefeated, 3 for 3. Mary Epler's done a great job managing this filly. I think she gets another win today here at Laurel Park. So the 9 City Party, my single in race 5. And then race 6, I go 4 deep there. That's off the turf. Allowance race for Filly Mares. I go with the 2, 3, 4, and the 12. Race 7, the 1. The 7 in race. This is interesting here. In race 7, the 7 Tom Hagen's going to be one of your favorites. Now Victor Carrasco has been on that horse 3 times. He was a couple seconds recently on Tom Hagen, and now Victor Carrasco ends up on a first off the claim for Claudio Gonzalez, the 1 Lie, who I like in there. So that do I have that
might
right?
Might have been a little bit of a tell. You better pay attention to the 1 then. Lie.
Yep. So I used the 1 and the 7 there in race 7, and then race 8 I go with the 8 and the 9 there, and then in the finale that's a nice starter allowance going a mile. I go 4 deep there with the 2, 3, 4, 6. So the $32 ticket for the late pick 5. Let's check it out here in race 5. It's off the turf, 5.5. First level allowance, open A other than. Filly Mares 3 and up, and it's a nice filly for trainer Mary Epler. Patient handling here. She got to the races late in her 3-year-old. 3-year-old year. They put her in for maiden 16,000. She galloped that day. And then they gave her a few months off again. They brought her back, starter allowance. She whistled that day with an 82 buyer. Gave her another few months off, brought her back in that was a first level Maryland bred allowance condition on April 11th. She won by 7.5 that day with an 84 buyer. So she's 3 for 3. It looks like she had improved speed in that last win, and she's shown she can come from off the pace, so she's versatile. The only question today is first time she's going to see an off track, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking at this family. I can see this horse handling the off track, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, City Dancer, Street Cry all throughout. And question of the day, right? That's the Trombetta horse who she beat last time. Question of the day came back to win the other day, didn't she? Right to the front.
Yes, I believe so. Yes,
for Mike. So. City Party, she'll just kind of hound the speed maybe of 216, and I think she just rolls right on by. I'm looking maybe for Turing Machine. The last time she sprinted on a sloppy sealed surface, you got to go back to December 31st there at New Year's Eve. I think this horse made a strong impression that day from off the pace. Going to have speed to target. I think that's the horse that kind of sucks up at a better price because I think 216 and Rumor Ridge are going to be your second and third choices in there.
Sure. Rumor Ridge has some good form in the off track when she started her career. A good second and a big win in the off going on a good track. This will be her first try on a sloppy track. She might like it even better. She ran an okay third last out against Open A other than company. Same condition as today. Caramanos back aboard for Ferris Allen.
Yeah, she flashed some talent early on. She hasn't quite come back to those races. 216 on the improve, but boy, she's going to be inside of City Party. It looks like, and I don't know, that pressure could really kind of be a factor on her through the final eighth of a mile.
All right, so nice allowance race for Filly Mares to kick off the late pick 5. Let's turn the page. You like the late pick 4 today. Starts in race 6. A nice allowance race for Filly Mares off the turf going a mile. Let's check out your ticket here.
Okay, a little $16 ticket, 3, 5, 11, 12. The 11 Cowboys plan, maybe a shot at a price. Sheldon on the engine for Hugh McMahon in there. 7th race, the 1 and the 7. Tom Hagen, I think, will be the favorite. Light Eye Lie going to take some play. Could come down, certainly, off of that 6-1 line with Carrasco. 8th race, 9 and 10, going to go against. So I think Belle Cezanne is going to be your favorite in there. Let's go with Wolverette and a little info out of the same race. 9th race, wrap it up with the 2 and the 4. Teddy Mare with Love's Legend and Brushing for Hammy Smith to make a run from off of it. $16.
All right, let's check out the late pick 4 here. Going a flat mile in race 6. Nice first level allowance condition for Maryland bred, Maryland sired Filly Mares 3 and up. And we both go with the 3 Beyond Forever for trainer Robbie Bales. Caramanos will ride this 6-year-old mare. She's made $145,000. She's 5 for 6 in the money in the off going. So she likes to slop. She was a good third at this level back in March. She did just forget about the turf race April 20th. Right. She'll tighten her up a little bit, that's for sure. She'll be dead fit for today, and she's been knocking on the door at this condition. I think today this could be a big day for Robbie Bales. Already quietly having a nice spring meet.
Doesn't run a lot of horses, but he's
well.
on a little bit of a roll right now. Watch out for Robbie moving forward, spring and summer. Yeah, good for him. But Beyond Forever, though, toss the turf. I'm not really worried about that. There is some speed, not a true speed in this race in the sense that I think they're going to be rolling early, but I think Beyond Forever is just going to make that steady progression. You stated loves the off track, knocking on the door at this condition. I think it's over the top today, way down off the 12-1 morning line. This horse very well, and I think is going to be favorite in this race, maybe in that 2-1 range when it's all said and done.
All right, so we both have the 3 on top. We both like the 12 on the outside. Emma's Diamond Diva for trainer Phil Schoenthal. This 4-year-old filly was entered main track only. Forest Boys will ride. She has a win and a third from 3 starts in the off going. She didn't run very well last out, but that was coming off the layoff. Now second off the layoff. And that was against Open A other than company last out. Finds an easier restricted allowance spot today.
Yeah, she's got races on her page that work, but I'm a little concerned. I expect a little bit more. It was a better field. She's back against state breds today. Doesn't have a lot of speed. Is going to have to be put in position, maybe save a little bit of ground around the turn before making the run. price user in here would be the 11 for me. Cowboys plan. Just kind of maybe sometimes you can fool horses first time going long. Plan on the top side, you should be able to do it. But looking at the bottom, it's all sprint. But had to face City Party on the front end. No more excuses. I think she's going to be able to clear this field. Maybe she gets brave and takes them a long way.
All right, and I didn't use the 5. You like the 5 there. I love you. A Seville filly. Had a nice big win first off the claim there for Rudy Sanchez-Solomon.
And that's the key. Snuck in there,
Off
claim
track.
for 16, on a good track. Mud, slop shouldn't hurt this horse at all. So I love you. Major improvement off the claim, and she's tactical against this group.
All right, it's a nice allowance race there. And to kick off the late pick 4 in race 6, let's turn the page. Race 7 will start the final pick 3 of the day. We're going a flat mile, maiden claiming 40,000 3-year-olds and upward. And all right, you like the 1 as well. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sure.
interesting. The 7, Tom Hagen's going to be one of your favorites for this race. And Victor Carrasco's ridden that horse 3 times, 3 good seconds. Beaten 4 to 5 favored last out, but that was his first time going a mile. He ran game. You see the comment line there. He dueled with a game effort, but now you don't know what happened, but somehow Carrasco ends up on Claudio Gonzalez here, the 1, Lie. First off the claim. This horse was in good form at Churchill Downs back in the spring of 2018.
Yeah.
Was in very good form in a different barn. Was claimed by a 7% trainer, lost form, and now gets back to Claudio, who's 25% off the claim, and you get Victor Carrasco. So I'll go with the 1, Lie on top.
I think Claudio was lying when he told him he might have a good thing here for Victor Carrasco, right? So
Yep.
I think this horse is just going to be just fine. Brutal trip, 11 post of 12 down at Keeneland, and tried to make a little move, took it out of it. I think there's going to be a major step up in improvement for Lie, somewhere from mid-pack. But I think the horse to beat is Tom Hagen. Positional speed, look, they went 23, 45, and 3, really turned it on around a turn and dueled. Impressive performance for Make Way for Jerry, trying to edge clear. But this horse, no fault of his own. He ran game. I think he's better than that 58 number. He's closer to that mid-60, which is the kind of number that's going to get it done in here.
All right, yeah, owned by my man Gordy Keys down there in Virginia. It's a big, good-looking 4-year-old son of El Padrino. I like Tom Hagen for a couple starts now. I think he'll run big today.
Off track should be perfect for this horse too. I mean, he might even improve numbers on an off track.
Sure. Okay. All right. The 3 we both like here. Closer look. You get Trevor McCarthy to ride his 3-year-old by Take Charge Indy for trainer Graham Motion. Has 2 races under his belt. A good third last out, going 7 furlongs after a slow start. Now stretches out to a mile, and that might be right up his wheelhouse.
Yeah, just steady progression in the distances. 6 in the debut, 7 furlongs, second out. He doesn't have that real punch. You know, he's kind of a grinding type. He might need some serious help up front, but Trevor's kind of rider. He can carry him along. This horse should improve. You know, third time could be the charm for closer look, but he's definitely gonna have to improve a couple lengths to beat the 7, and I think the projected improvement of the 1.
All right, so a nice little maiden 40 there in race 7. Let's take a look here at race 8. Race 8, we're off the turf, going a flat mile. Maiden claiming 25,000. Filly mares 3 and up here for race 8. And I go with the 9 on top. We both go with the 9 on top here. Wolverette for trainer Susan Cooney. Trevor McCarthy to ride his 4-year-old daughter of Shanghai Bobby. And, she ran it's tough. This is a tough race here.
To get excited about, yeah.
She ran a one good third from 2 starts in the off-go, and I was looking at a race last September where she ran well, but that was on the turf. Her last race on the slop was against Stakes Company in the Brookmead. This maiden 25 comes up real soft now that it's off the turf.
Well, she's got the bottom underneath of her for sure.
Right.
She's had
She's
17
fit,
tries and lots of work. Spell Cezanne's going from 1 sprint to the route. I think that makes her a little bit vulnerable because she's going to be an awfully short price for Tim Keith. I think Wolverette can kind of go ahead, keep her in her sights, and wear her down. I'm also going to use a little info, the 10 out of that same race with Wolverette. But Wolverette, not a terrible return.
Sure.
Yeah, Shanghai Bobbies, they can handle it. They can kind of handle the off track.
Running right back, second off
I think the
layoff.
8's going to be favored there. I gotta try to beat her just off the 1 sprint.
All right, so we're off the turf there in race 8. We both like the 9 Wolverette with Trevor McCarthy on top. Let's take a look at race 9. Race 9's a nice 25,000 starter allowance, 3 and up. Never won 3 lifetime, going a flat mile, and We both go with the 4 on top. Brushing. Looks like Trevor McCarthy has a good shot to take the late daily double. He's on the favorite here in the finale. And this horse right there hasn't been off the board since what? Last November hasn't been off the board. A sharp win against Starter Allowance Company, 2 Life in the mud. March 10th, that was a big win, and then came right back at this level. A good second last out. So this 4-year-old daughter of Hunters Bay in top form right now for Hammy Smith. McCarthy will ride. We both have the 4 Brushing on top.
Absolutely. 1 turn, 2 turns, it doesn't matter. Brushing, McCarthy gets along with her perfectly. She'll make that steady run from off the pace. Liz's Smile with speed, and you've got a couple sprinters stretching out in the legs of Allison Kay and Knockout Kid. Flo's going to be just fine. Love's Legend. If she wasn't maybe pinned inside with some of these other speed types, I think, I would maybe put her on top. I think she's going to be a factor. She's back with the girls today. She certainly works in here and has the ability to rate just off of it. She's going to make a move into it. Can she keep on going? I think her and Brushing emerge through the final 1/8 of a mile. One of those 2.
And we both like the 6 Rag Top for Jonathan Maldonado. Carlos Carrasco will ride his filly by Union Rags. Nice second last out, going 2 turns against Allowance Company up there at Penn National. 3rd at this level. 2 starts right here at Laurel Park. Ran an okay 4th against Allowance Company in the mud back in March. So a 62 buyer that day. So the 6 Ragtop's been running well. She should be right there today.
Yeah, nothing real flashy about her. She was right there with Brushing. She's going to, hope that flow was quick up front, and she'll make a steady run. She certainly is a factor. Really hard to separate, in my opinion, the 2, 4, and 6. But, Brushing, she's in a little bit better form. She's running a little quicker, got the right kind of rider. So slight edge, but slightest of edge. I think you got to use all 3.
All right, that's it. Trevor McCarthy looks tough in the late daily double today. He's going to be your leading rider for the spring meet. What a meet trainer Mike Trombetta had here.
Yeah.
He's our leading trainer. Hopefully win. Came out of the Derby in good order. Keep your eye on the laurelpark.com website. There'll be press releases coming out later on today about the status of Preakness horses coming from the Kentucky Derby yesterday. That's it. We're out of time. It's mandatory payout day today on the Rolling Super High 5, Rainbow Pick 6, and the Late Pick 5, all mandatory payout. Good luck to you today.
Thank you, Stan.
We'll see you next opening day.
Pimlico.
Hi-ho. On Thursday.
Let's go.
All right, Dave Robbins coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.